Well, we will load in here. It is PSG versus Impunity. Important for PSG to maintain their first place spot. Important for Impunity to really be able to fight for that 6th place spot. But knowing that, it does, just that alone makes it feel like PSG should be in favour. Maple showing his TSM icon, his Flash Wolves icon. Going through the teams he's played for.
Yeah, that's a pretty scary set of emos there. He's got some history behind him, does Maple. And, I mean, everything looks fairly normal here. Wako, he's got the Ghost.
Oh, that kind of looks like Shock IRL.
True. Okay, now...
Where are the junglers going to start?
Yeah, I wonder, is there any potential for a level 1 here?
There is.
The way the way they're playing, I mean, they grabbed the Raptor Ward, which is valuable just for getting a bit of confirmation. You know, a lot of junglers solo starting in this meta, and if you know they're solo starting not on Raptors, it has to be on Wolves. So just by process of elimination, that one ward gives you a lot of info.
Aja will be... Wow, he's actually... Wow, okay.
Damn, is he going to ward the Wolves, or is he going to try push them off?
I think he's going in.
Wow, he's on a mission.
Yeah. Okay. Does use a counter-strike. Now, this is going to make... Wow, Arashi is so low already.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
This is the second time we've seen a Jax do this, by the way. But I think this time, the way that Aze played around that ward was really, really nice. As Hook will land here onto Woody, but should stay relatively safe. And I think, importantly, both junglers starting topside, you really do have to go towards this bot lane. Because for Arashi, it's more of trying to ensure Impunity stays safe in the bot lane, I think, with the output of damage that can come out of this Tristana and Ral. And for Jinji, looking for a perhaps angle to try and exploit just the amount of damage that come through. Importantly, though, I think prior to level 6, Jinji has the option to look for this Azir, whereas it's not so easy to gank the Annie as the Azir until you do get access to Emperor's Divide. Yeah,
it does feel like Shera, without cleanse, obviously, can be vulnerable early. But at level 6, I think there's still a lot of threat onto both mids. Unless Azir just goes straight for the Mercs, I think there's a potential that the Vi Annie CC chain does just take him out.
Yeah. Now, do you think what Jax did and Azi's invade there has forced Arashi to ignore his wolves to get to red for that jungle sustain?
I'm not too sure. I feel like he maybe just wanted to be on the bot side quicker, but I'm honestly not sure. Impunity, they have the bot prior with the Kai'Sa, it's normally a given. And they're just going to be able to walk up in here, drop a ward, get confirmation obviously on Jinjia, but doesn't feel like too much will come of it. We'll be interested to see what happens around the Scuttle Crab. Because bot private was in favor of Impunity, but should now begin to bounce back. Arashi, he is here first. I wonder if he's going to try fight Jinjia.
Yeah, will be spotted out by that ward. So it might come down here to
he's very
1v1.
deep.
He is. They know he's there, though, and Arashi will look for it. Unfortunately, will not find it, I don't believe. As he's stunned up, there's no clone available. He'll have to flash, but it's first blood to Wako. Your prediction was correct, but it's not over yet. He's going forward. He should have access to that rocket jump whenever he thinks it's right to use it.
He doesn't have it.
Well, he doesn't have it yet.
I don't know why he doesn't have it.
Okay, yeah, doesn't have it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Didn't get the reset?
Yeah,
I thought he would have.
I don't know. I thought he would have got
Maybe
it
he
too.
jumped to confirm the kill, but it got the kill before the jump, maybe?
No, I'm not too sure, but anyway, he does manage to get not 1 but 2 kills for Wako, and I feel like Arashi, that was really unnecessary.
Yeah.
Right? Like, ultimately, the Grump is not too important, and I feel like also, yeah, I don't know, can probably do this without committing W. Or, sorry, committing E. I mean, I think just can walk up and auto Q and then, you know, be able to get away, but instead he commits really hard to it. Impunity's bot lane, the prior that they had is now gone. And I think if Arashi wants to do that, Impunity can probably crash 3 waves instead of 2. But either way, it just feels like kind of a desync from the team, and it's really punishing.
Yeah, and you're always going to have PSG's bot lane arriving first just because of how deep you are. There's no real way for Blaze and Smurf to arrive there without committing a flash over the wall, which wouldn't be too good, as Arza now looking for some trades up on the top side. But ultimately, we said PSG are on a timer, and with 2 early kills on Tristana, you should think that that now favors them to pick up these early objectives and snowball really, really fast. I think, importantly, Rift Shield might be the most important objective in this game.
I think while PSG's comp is on a timer, I feel like PSG just as a team is so good at mid to late game team fighting that it almost doesn't feel they'll be outscaled, even though they are up against the Zia Kai'Sa. that just really speaks to how good they are as a team in those team fights. And RJ, he's getting to work early. He's actually got a pretty big CS lead for himself already.
Yeah, this is great. You don't often see the matchup going this way.
Yeah, I mean, oftentimes we're seeing the Jacks down CS early. So to be up 20, RJ's really come into his own this split. I mean, again, he didn't play bad last split by any means, but you weren't expecting him to be the one to put up these kind of CS advantages.
No.
Sherrod looks like he based and got amped home, and Maple based and got CDR boots. That's a big lead in the mid lane. Obviously, Maple can't really use it that well until the jungler comes, but feels like a pretty mediocre buy from Sherrod. Not sure how he was forced to base so early, because Annie's not very threatening in that lane. So not really sure how that happened. Either way, I think if Sherrod can just buy himself some time and keep farming, it's good.
Oh,
Zarashi,
no.
don't do it again.
All right.
He's looking bot instead. He still has flash.
Position will be noticed. Hook will land here, but it's a double stun. The answer from Woody is this bomb should be doing a lot of damage to Smurf. It takes out half his HP, and Wako confident enough to just walk forward.
Gets a few more orders there off the back end. And with that chunk, Jungir feels like he can start this up. And I think it's a good choice. Sherrod just base for Lost Chapter as well. So Maple, he should be a lot stronger, has that mid priority, and has first move into the river. I feel like Impunity do just have to give this one over. Maple, he could steal the Raptors. I think he should ult it. Oh, well, that works too.
Gobbles that one up.
Yeah, you got the one. That's very annoying.
It is. But importantly, the whole map really winning out here for PSG.
It is the lead you want to see. It's only 2K for now, but kind of ticking all the boxes. You got the lead on Marco.
It is only 7 minutes.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty crazy leads. Ooh, Woody. He's getting aggro.
Yeah, Woody will be finding a lot of CC on Smurf, and Smurf will not land that dredge line. It's Wako picking himself up a third. But Blaze looking to answer and will find himself a kill as well as a shutdown. In fact, it goes over to Smurf, but Woody one-outsing this Kai'Sa, but with Killer Instinct available, doesn't feel like it's worthwhile.
And Wako, he did go down, like you said. Smurf's Ignite ends up picking it up. Woody, I feel like he might win this.
Blaze does have ult though, as Cleanse comes out. Killer Instinct does as well, but it's going to be Woody turning around and will just be able to pick up that 1v1.
Yeah, tragic there for Blaze. I mean, I think Woody just... I feel like that was pretty clear he was going to win that. Maybe there was a way for Blaze to play it better. I'm not too sure.
Without Flash, definitely seems quite hard.
Ulti was dropped mid from Maple. Herald's up as well, so we won't have it for that. Just a nice little bit of, I guess, added power for the side of Impunity. We're going to replay of it. I think initial engage from PSG, very good here. There's not much Smurf can do. I think even if he hits the hook, it's not going to make a huge difference, although it will stop down Wako's DPS. And maybe that means that Blaze doesn't kind of have to do this. Woody, he fails to block, although there's not... Oh, Wako.
Yeah, Wako
has
being looked
flash.
at, does have Flash.
Ooh.
Is going to be hooked though, and Blaze picks that one up with the Void Seeker. Now, importantly, 2 deaths in a row for Wako whilst having that Flash available, so a question mark there.
That one did go over to Blaze, so definitely a good pickup. Oh, Maple, he gets his base stopped. This looks like it should be the Herald confirmed for PSG with that jungler Arashi showing bot. But look at RJ, he's got himself almost a 30 CS lead in the top lane. Again, pure isolated 1v1. I feel like RJ might have stolen all of Solo Kill's laning strength.
Yeah, it's very weird that the Jax is up against the Renekton, let alone 30
far.
CS and what looks like it's almost 3 plates.
That is pretty incredible. I mean, RJ feels like just no matter what happens, he's ahead. Wako, I feel like he might have been able to get out here. I think if he flashed this hook, maybe he just wasn't expecting it to come out. Maybe he doesn't make it. It's hard to say. Arashi, he's not particularly strong at this point, but he did have a lot of CC. Either way, he saves it.
Shira is going to use that Shurima Shuffle in the wrong direction. Is going to ult and flash away.
I think he's a goner.
Yeah, it does look like he might be, but Jungir... Okay, the speed up confirms it. It's going to be a kill found there for Jungir. Shira having the soldiers on the wrong side of himself does lead to being stunned up by Maple's Annie.
Yeah, I think he did just want to WEQ out, but unfortunately there is just so much CC that can come in from the Annie and the Vi. It is a really hard comp to survive against, even if you do have as much mobility as Azir. It's just so much CC. And maybe a bit greedy not to go for that Merc Treads rush. Does get punished for it, and now is going to be at a pretty significant deficit in mid. And Plate's really starting to go in PSG's favor. They haven't even dropped the Herald yet. And take a look at the top items.
Wow,
Divine
yeah.
for Arjun. I think he might have that top lane frozen. Can't quite see it on the mini-map, but it looks like it might be. That's going to be really hard for LJW to break. There's no jungle attention either.
It doesn't feel like they really can be, because if you're leaving the bottom side, it does feel like Woody and Wako are probably just going to explode that.
It will be dived pretty soon after, you'd have to think. Smurv. He's getting pretty aggro here.
Well, Hook will land here onto Woody. Jinjia recalling as Arashi is headed this way, but PSG will disengage from it.
Jinjia just picked up his Sunder as well, so isn't going to be any Radiant Virtue. There's a lot of wards here, and you have to think this will spot out Arashi. Both these wards will get swept and cleared. But I think it's really difficult for Impunity to force something here. It feels like they just kind of want to slow down the Herald being used. And then I think a slow game would be good for them if they can just look to scale up, but at the same time, it feels like you are just losing in these isolated 1v1s, perhaps when you shouldn't be. Arashi needs to be careful. I think Annie Vi, very strong in this sort of river fight. Sherry does have priority.
Jinjia will be finding that cease and desist here onto Shira and absolutely eliminating him as the follow-up coming through a little bit too late here. Wukong will be cloning away. Arashi making sure to stay safe, but the stun lands. Cyclone will stop Woody's engaged, but the Magnus Storm will not be stopped, and that's Jinjia picking up his third, I believe.
He's getting really fed here. I wonder, do you think PSG can play for all 15 plates? Because they're getting pretty close in every lane. Blaze, he might be forced off the tower here. He has some.
There is no support available. LJW just being straight solo killed, and now on the other side of the map, it's Blaze under his tower. Ghost will be procced here from Wako, but with the initial engaged missed, they will be just jumping away. Still though, Smurf is still in this middle lane. There is a possibility that Woody looks, at least for now it doesn't seem so.
Yeah, Sherry doesn't have the ulti, so I doubt they'll look, although Maple, he's getting pretty low. Now first tower picked up in top.
That's just straight solo.
Yeah, I mean, Arja, you just destroyed top, and I feel like, you know, while the Jax is often picked into the Renekton, it's definitely more of a scaling counterpick, right? Often you see the Renekton kind of up 10 CS in the early game, sometimes even more. And for it to just be this one-sided, I think it just speaks to how much better Arja is than LJW. He's just dominating him in the top lane, straight up diving him under his tower. And just so much damage can come out. Once you have the Divine, it really makes a huge difference. Yeah,
Wow.
didn't even have time to pop the Dominus.
Yeah, well played by Arzik. Good comboing of abilities there to ensure that Dominus can't come through. Picks himself up a solo kill here in the top lane.
Now, there's 3 plates left for PSG. They've gotten 12 so far. Wako has rotated to mid, and I don't think they'll be able to get any more in the last 20 seconds, but still, 2,100 gold purely from plates.
Shira.
Oh.
Yeah, you are in trouble here, pal.
His flash is up soon.
Maple does have stun available. Emperor's Divide comes out. It is the stun that's going to land, and now disengage coming out from PSG as teleport will be committed here from LJW. Massive teleport advantage now to the side of PSG as Arzik continues his way down this top lane. Now getting to work with that Demolish proc available on this inner tower.
And it's a very costly TP. Kind of feels like it had to happen, but... Oh,
and now LJW does have dominance, but the stun will come through. It's now going to be Junjia comboing. Doesn't even have the chance. A second death with no opportunity of using that Renekton ult. And now, on the other side, it's Azir flashing over, secures himself a second solo kill here.
Feels like Impunity just cannot stand up to PSG's early game right now. And all the lanes pretty significantly behind. Gold leaders really getting out of control. And Arja right up there.
Oh my.
7k gold, most gold in the game. And he hasn't received any jungle attention whatsoever. This is pure 1v1. And he's absolutely destroying this game right now. Top tower. Feels like it might not be too far behind either. Another tower. Grab here for Maple. We'll just go for the reset. And I think it's already feels impossible for Impunity to do something in this game. You've got to try and make picks, but it's against a comp that honestly wants to pick you, if anything.
Also want to say, we've seen a lot of Crown Azirs, and if ever there was a Crown Azir game, it's probably this one, but Azir should be going down. Okay, Flash will be used to stop this Jax from getting away. Shutdown does go over to the Wukong. Perhaps not who you'd want to see it on. But importantly, do find that shutdown as now Woody, again, fighting this Kai'Sa simply by himself and trading reasonably easier. As now it's going to be Maple and Junjie taking on this 3-man unit of Impunity. No Dominus available, no Cyclone available. Junjie just going... You don't often see a Vi just straight 1v1ing a Renekton, but right here you certainly do. And it's going to be Maple securing that one as Wako over the wall secures himself one as well onto Blaze. And the entire map is just so far ahead for the PSG lineup that you feel like there's just no hope left for Impunity.
No. I mean, this is a comp that can snowball incredibly hard. Shera, he has no flash. He does have ult.
He does, yeah, okay. Should stop that for now, but it's going to be Woody coming down from the top side. And if you don't have that dash available, which it looks like he won't, Ozzy will be catching up to you. You're going to be stunned up. It's going to be another kill here for this Jax.
And with that PSG, 16 minutes in, they've crested that 10,000 gold lead. In fact, 11,000 now. That's an absurd lead.
Okay. Rift Herald, is it going to be the record for the quickest match of the PSG?
Oh, it could be. It certainly could be. I mean, they have a really good comp for ending the game. They've got a lot of engage, a lot of dive.
A lot of tower damage. It could be.
We'll see. They have knocked down one tier 2, in fact, 2 tier 2s already.
Yeah.
The mid one's missing as well.
And this one's probably going to go as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think they could maybe do it if they keep the pressure on. Any mistake, though, would probably have that dream taken away. But this is good. I think if they can drop this bot, it's probably the best place. I think it's much easier to siege bot than it is mid, where we kind of see most teams normally go for it. Maple, he's being looked at top.
Oh, round 2. It's Maple's turn to feel the 3-man, but he's staying safe.
Yep. He's got a lot still for himself. Flash, stopwatch as well. So it feels like would be so much invested, and maybe not even a kill guaranteed. Ooh, there's an Azir tower.
Oh, okay. Azir. I mean, if you include it, we'll be picking up his, what would it be, like fourth tower of the game solo?
I think it would be the 4th, yeah. He's got a lot of gold. Is insanely accelerated. And again, this is in a matchup that normally the Jax, you know, it's at this point that the Jax starts to kind of pull ahead, let alone be a full item ahead.
Oh, Impunity are just roaming as a 5-man unit now to just try and find any scraps they can, but Dragon spawning now, it should go to PSG without some insane heroics that would have to come out.
A very clean game for PSG so far. Now, this is going to be the 3rd Dragon at only 18 minutes. With the goal lead to back it up, it feels like they really are just... They want to make this game unlosable. Now, if they get a pick mid, that could be the time for them to use their Herald.
I want to ask you, in a game that looks like this, right, you're not in a series, so you can't really like be starting to look towards next game. So after the game, what do you really look at to try and find better results? Because it just felt like you were outmanned at every single lane.
Yeah, it's really tough, I think, when you're on a team that is just clearly outclassed, because while you can look at some of the team decisions, right, like some of the macro, maybe some of the skirmishes, it really feels like ultimately you just need everyone to individually play better, because there's only so much information that can be communicated. As Impunity, I'm not sure, do they want this?
They are looking. Junjie flashes out of the hook. Maple, though, running away. It looks like Junjie might just be going down. Maple misses Tibbers. And it's going to be Junjie found. Shut down now, given over to LJW. But at what cost? Arze starting to work on the base. And it's a 3v5, but I almost favor PSG in this instance. All they have to do, really, is stop any bases as Arze gets to work now on this inhibitor tower. Woody will be looking to try and stop at least Shearer. He will be stopped, and looks like at least 2 men will get back.
That is another tower that goes down now. PSG, they've successfully broken the base. Not going to be the fastest game ever, but still on pace for a very good one, as they've got this Herald. I think Junjie might have been able to get out there if Maple had peeled him a little bit. Unfortunately, was not able to, and it's a much-needed pickup for Impunity. Does, again, just kind of feel like it doesn't really matter, right? You need so much gold to be able to come back in this. And I think the gold really needs to go onto Azir. I'm not sure the Kai'Sa, especially with the AD build, is going to be effective. 20-minute Baron is started here. They want to do the Baron with Herald push,
which should pretty much seal the deal.
Yeah, you would think so. This will be going down. There really is just no way Impunity can get to it. There's too much control from PSG. Full control over that top jungle. You have to face check all that, leave your base. It's so risky here. Now with that, I wonder, will they reset? Okay, so Woody's resetting, and so will RJ.
There shouldn't be much time left on this Herald, so they will have to get it down very soon. In fact, I don't even know if there'll be enough time for them to run down the whole lane before activating it.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's the 10-second timer. We saw the animation there on Jinjir. I feel like he's just going to put it down after this.
He better not forget. He won, right?
Oh, no.
Please.
Put it down.
Oh. I can't watch. It's
gone. Oh, my God. You knew it was going to... As soon as I saw the animation, it was cursed. But that's all right. I think even with the Baron, they should be able to just end. But
they got the pick on Nashera as well, who's the majority of the wave clear here for the side of Impunity. They got 2 Baron buffs already. Oh, engage.
Okay, 3-man found there for Woody. Explosion all of a sudden, and it's Arashi running for his life, but the rest of the team kind of being left in shambles. LJW trying to kill the minions, but I don't think that's going to ever matter as Jinjir on the chase. They want more kills. They don't care about any of the game. They want to pad these KDAs as Jinjir will be able to follow that with the Vault Breaker, and now Counter-Strike should secure the deal here. It is Azer picking himself up that kill as Waco alone in the base now because of this chasing shenanigans that's going on. I feel like they could have ended the game, but again, maybe the KDA is just too important. 2 teleports coming through. It's going to be both Maple and Azer. Zonya's finished here for Maple. Not that that's really that important anymore. Inhibitor number 2 going down.
Yes.
Inhibitor number 3 available to be looked at, as well as these Nexus towers.
I think the Nexus towers might stay alive, at least for a little bit here, but triple inhib down feels pretty impossible, and the gold lead is insane for PSG. 4th Dragon coming up in only a minute here as well. Really, what more would you need to close this game out? I think the answer is nothing. You can't really get more fed than this. Blaze. Ooh, needs to be a little careful.
I think that scout should have seen them.
3 items here for Waco very early. It's Smurf.
Oh no. Oh, that's Tibbers. That's a lot of stuns, and that is a dead Nautilus.
I wonder if that can PSG just end. Do they need the drag? I don't think they do.
Yeah, the drag seems overkill.
They've got 40 seconds of Baron. I think if they just buff these double supers, it should be pretty hard for Impunity to clear. I mean, they've got the Azir, but the Azir is 0-5.
Yeah, 1 item Azir is not going to be clearing these minions in a particularly hasty manner, as Woody is just walking forward here between the towers. Jinjir also applying some pressure of his own. You see the return damage there. Nothing really to speak of as Tibbers is down. We'll be just zoning off these members of Impunity. Fight will break out, but ultimately, there's nothing really to talk about here. It is just going to be PSG completely wiping the floor with Impunity. And that'll do it. It's going to be a really quick game. I mean, you've seen 23 minutes and a 20k gold lead at the end of the game there. Pretty easy one for PSG.